Alright, what up everybody? Welcome to race number 3 on this Xfinity season in the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode that we got going on. This week we're going to be racing over at Auto Club Speedway, aka the California Speedway from back when I first started watching. Qualified 11th for this one and then starting 10th because my teammate in the 18 got moved all the way to the back apparently, so yeah, I feel like I'm going to be a lot better than 10th though. I wouldn't be shocked if you see me in the top 5 at the very least by the end of it. Just been running pretty well in practices and stuff. A lot of 40.2s, 40.3s for consistent runs, and then sometimes popping in closer to 40 flat, so maybe I can even break a 40 flat lap today. This will be the first time I'm at this track during the career mode, but I have raced on it once or twice in online racing, so I feel pretty comfortable with the track. And yeah, we'll see. But turns 1 and 2 aren't usually too bad. I know one of the things you used to hear about was it's a little bit more aero based than, you know, 3 and 4 down on the other end. This backstretch though is always wild. You would have so many freaking bumps down this backstretch, and even going into practices and stuff. I was trying out different setups and seeing how much the car would be bouncing in those setups. I felt like my teeth were going to be chattering just watching it. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think, you know, and when we get to 3 and 4 and stuff, it's going to be a little bit wider for the passing. You get more lane options to choose from and stuff. Felt like my car was doing alright, and all of a sudden I kind of dropped there for a second, so let's see if I can kind of pick back up here and get some positions here. Try to help out my teammates a little bit right in front of me. Yeah, it's kind of wild seeing the starting lineup and see all 4 of these Joe Gibbs racing cars in the top 11, so gonna try to pass the 19 now and help out the 20.
You got room. You're clear.
But yeah, I miss Auto Club Speedway on the schedule. Had some pretty good racing there at the end. Always had some fast speeds, you know. It's like a 2-mile oval track. They were trying to make it into a short track apparently, but you know, based off of what you see on the updated photos that get posted to Reddit and stuff all the time, you know, there's so much industrial that's getting moved in right next to that track that I'd be surprised if they ever actually do the short track. Just not where the money's at, unfortunately. Even for us down here, we just had a sale that we had to research, and they built their own private track, and that felt like a waste of money.
Still there. Got one inside. Clear down low.
Yeah, so far through 5 laps, car feels pretty good.
Still there.
Sitting in the top 5 right now, so kind of where I was expecting to be. See if we can get a couple more positions here. I'm trying to pass the Watermelon Man down here. Man, I thought I was going to botch it into the 39 right there.
You're all clear up.
See if I can get ahead of him. Alright, we're clear. So yeah, all the way up to number 2, and it looks like Briscoe in the 98's ahead of us. He's going to be running a little bit higher. This section I like to run almost more in the middle to get down the low side of it by the end of that turn. So we'll see who wins the drag race coming down here. I'm hoping that I can be up near his door and prevent him from getting down the track and then pass him going into the back stretch here. Yep, and that's exactly what happened with great results. Holy crap, he might have lost to 2nd place too. So yeah, hot damn. See if we can hold on here and get a stage win out of this. flip on the board here for the end. It looks like Briscoe's still holding on to second, but Burton and the 20 cars over there trying to take it from him before the end. See if we can get a 1-2 for Joe Gibbs over here. Yeah, good thing is, you know, we'll pit in between the stages. Stage 2 is probably going to be 7 or 8 laps also, so you won't have to pit in stage 2. So we'll be able to see if we can stretch out this lead a little bit more, or excuse me, try to get another, you know, stage win like this, unless I crash here or something. But yeah, I feel really good about the car. I ain't gonna make any adjustments to it. Just let it do its thing.
You're almost out of gas.
But all right, first stage win. So hopefully first of many to come in the Xfinity season. Let's see, Burton got third, so he couldn't quite make it. Brandon Jones is 6th. And where'd Riley end up? Damn, he went from all the way in the back up to 16th on the end of that, so yeah, he's got a fast car too. But yeah, let's go get some fresh tires and hopefully have a good stage 2. All right, well, the pit crew did its job. Yeah, we're going to be starting stage 2 here, still in the lead, so you know, when we got to you know, the start of the race and starting in 10th, took a few laps but got up to first place, so by the end of that stage we had a second lead, so I'm kind of hoping to get at least around the same spot, you know, this stage. But biggest thing is just staying pretty consistent with the approach. Got a great car, just don't want to screw things up. As soon as I said that, I did a little bit of an overdrive for what I wanted to do in that turn, but you know, we're going to keep Briscoe and company at bay for at least one more lap. But also, I'm just happy to be turning laps in the lead right now. It is different every time I try to do a race as the leader and stuff. Ooh, almost slammed into Briscoe by mistake there. I didn't realize he got inside like that. Yeah, it's definitely different trying to hit your marks on the track versus, you know, seeing the other cars around you and trying to make movements based off of that. I struggle a little bit more in the lead, it seems like, to be consistent. So maybe it's not a bad thing that I'll end up behind Briscoe for a minute and just kind of ride around. Try not to hit him too bad. Burton gave me a little bit of a push there. Yeah, I thought for sure I carried enough speed in there. I thought I was going to hit Briscoe.
Clear all around. Looking inside now.
It's a pretty tight group though. Top 5 all separated by just you know, less than half of a second. I do not like having Chastain right there on the inside of my car either. Not quite hitting the line I want to, but you know, we're able to make it work there. I think I can get the lead back here. So it seems like right now my car, you know, at the start might be good for a lap, slows down for, you know, a lap or two in the stage, but then it kind of picks back up on the longer run. So yeah, we'll see how stage 3 falls with cautions and stuff, but that'll be something to kind of keep an eye on. I just popped a sub, you know, 40.2 right there. Alright, that's a little better. We got a half-second lead right now. They're fighting it out for second. as we get ready to take... Actually, you know what? I'm on the wrong lap. That's just me being tired today. I was thinking it was already to the freaking white flag, and then we still had a couple laps to go. Yeah, right now as I'm doing this race, my back is killing me. I actually ended up, this is a case of being old at this point, but I fell asleep on the couch, you know, a week or so ago, and I could feel it in my back real bad. And I'm going to the chiropractor this week, so I'm actually able to move around at least a little bit. There's a white flag lot. But then my dumbass decided to go do the work event bowling thing today, because I wanted to have at least some bragging rights. One of my coworkers, shout out to Gabby if she's randomly watching this. You know, she won the trophy last year, and we've heard about it for a year, so.
Won that stage. Way to go, driver.
Yay! Yeah, so had to try to get the trophy for myself this year, and I did, so I'm happy about that, and I'm happy about that stage win. So yeah, let's go pit and see where we're at for stage number 3. I was starting to do well there at the end and pulling away a little bit, but yeah, I still don't think I'm going to make any adjustments there right now. All right, Joe Gibbs Racing starting 1-2 right now. Me and Harrison up here on the front row.
Almost ready.
So let's see how this one goes. We got, all right, it's gonna be a little bit of a longer stretch. So
All clear.
as you can see, about 20 laps to go. I'll keep the leaderboard up for this one, but we'll probably be ending up about halfway pitting. Because you know, 10 laps was as far as I could get on fuel. So yeah, we'll see if the caution flag comes out in the middle of this, how that's going to go, but yeah, hopefully I can channel some of the spirits of, you know, Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch and Matt Kenseth, because I think between the 3 of them, they won damn near 15 races at this track or something like that in the Cup Series. Felt like anytime they came to Auto Club when I was growing up watching after like 04, 05, it was almost one of those 3. Occasionally you'd get like, you know, Casey Kane or somebody that come in and win, but just as a FYI for the Heat 5 series, I know I missed a couple weeks again, so what I'm planning on doing is actually recording another race tonight after this one. My wife and kids are out of the state right now, so a little bit more free time than normal since don't have to get up early with the kids or anything. So I'm going to try to get the next race out on Wednesday next week, and maybe do a couple Wednesday videos to, you know, kind of catch up on some of that to get it back to, you know, ideally in a perfect world I'll have all these on Sundays, you know, kind of going forward with the occasional midweek race and stuff. But that's at least the goal. We'll see if I can execute. Kind of looking up in the mirror right there. Whenever I'm playing over here, even though I have, you know, my 3 monitors in front of me, my PlayStation's hooked up to the TV. So sometimes you'll see me looking up and see it on the TV. But yeah, it wasn't really long enough to go to pit road, and I don't see anybody else pitting, so yeah, we're gonna stay out too, and that honestly probably worked out better because, you know, ideally if it saved a little bit of gas, it'll get us just past halfway on this caution, or excuse me, on this stage. So when we make our final pit stop, it'll be the final pit stop. Don't have to worry about running out on the last lap or anything. Says we got about 6 laps of fuel left, so that'll take us to about lap 33. So yeah, we'll have, you know, if we can run 10, that'll be about 7 laps. Probably be good for overtime too at that point, at least 1 overtime attempt. Yeah, I'm a little bit higher than I wanted to be right there. I wonder what happened to cause that caution anyways. I see one car, you know, kind of stuck on pit road, but I wish, you know, I guess this would be a wish list for, you know, 25 when it comes out here later this year too, is, you know, even in career mode, I'd like to see the broadcast version of what happened to bring out a caution, or have some sort of notification of what happened. Usually I'll end up after these races hoping to catch it on the replays. Well, we're doing pretty well. Let me get the ticker back on. So yeah, we're up to full second lead on the field. The car has felt as good as I was hoping for, which gives me a little bit of hope for when we race at Michigan and stuff later on. Hopefully we can hold on here though, and I don't botch the pit stops too bad. I've been pretty good about getting onto pit road. My one concern is just when I get over here, I can never like remember exactly where the line is that you have to be at 55 by, and I always seem to be going so much slower and losing a little bit of time. Well, geez. Please. Well, take all of that and scrap it. I ain't got to worry about it. We're going to be pitting under here under caution. I was like, damn, somebody beat me, and I see the 93 over here not even pitting. You know what? Shout out to that strategy. He ain't gonna make it on fuel, but shout out to him. Hopefully I can clear him pretty quick. I'd rather be down at the bottom by the end of the turn. Alright. Good. He ain't gonna be a concern. And in a minute here, I'll check and see how many laps we actually got left. Alright, so we're on 33 of 40. So 6 to go coming to the flag here. Yeah, we've already gotten our full second lead. I have a feeling that the 93 being there is causing a little bit of havoc and slowing down some people. And I totally apparently did math wrong. It says 7 to go, so. Oh yeah, because I forgot to count, you know, whatever. Just clicked in my brain. I can't math. Shout out to Joe. Yeah, right now, you know, feeling pretty confident with this this setup. As long as I just run smooth here on out, I ain't gotta worry about pit stops. Car's been running great. But we'll see. Looks like a tight battle back behind us for second through fifth over here. Everybody's within 0.3 of a second. Briscoe's coming up to second right now. Sometimes during these games where I don't have to worry about the sound as much, I'll be playing some music, and I just had a wild transition going. Went from some like Shibuzi over to some EDM apparently. Yeah, right now my main focus is just trying to get through these last 4 laps here. Don't do anything stupid and move up, hit the wall, or any of that. Good thing is, right now all the cars are pretty small in the mirror. But yeah, in addition to the Heat 5 series and stuff too as well, I'm also right now working on a little bit of a fun Madden challenge for myself, so stay tuned to the social medias and stuff for, you know, updates on that. But the plan right now is to do a bunch of online matches and try to win with all the different NFL teams. So anybody that follows Madden that might be watching, you know, hopefully you'll be interested in that. But I've recorded 4 teams so far, so that should be coming out probably on Friday. So if this is airing on Sunday, I think that one's going to be out on Friday. So you'll see one more Heat video in between that if everything goes according to plan. And then we'll see after that. It just depends on how long it takes me to edit. I'm not gonna lie, when I went through that that turn right there, it felt like I was gonna be sliding a little bit more than I wanted to, so I'm gonna kind of back off and try to take it easy, save on some tire wear and stuff for the end. We have... oh, we're on the white flag lap. First time I thought it came too soon. This time I thought I had like 2 or 3 to go. Alright, we got one more turn to go through. It's gonna be nice and easy going through it. Ain't gotta worry about fuel now. Thank you though, bud. Alright, we're coming to the checker flag. For the first time, PJ Moneymaker is going to be a winner in the Xfinity Series. Let's go. And we're going to the playoffs. Let's do this. Let's see if I don't botch this burnout too bad. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that was fun. Alright, hell yeah. So, obviously pretty pumped about a win right there. So, see the finishing order real quick. Briscoe was able to pull it out for second place. Jesse Little, I never even saw his name all day, and all of a sudden he's got third place, so shout out to Jesse. My teammate Harrison's finished 4th. Watermelon Man's in 5th. And then let's see where the other teammates are. 9th and 12th, so not too bad for Joe Gibbs racing on this one. And just kind of continue to go down the order here real fast. Looks like 39 was who ended up going out earlier. So that sucks. But and look at that, on top of the point standing. So we've gotten a 2nd, a 13th, and a 1st so far through 3 races. So can't do too much better than that. A little bit better of a trophy there too, compared to the Dirt Tour and trucks. But all right, well, yeah, I guess I'll catch you on Phoenix in the next one. So see you midweek.